Hey everybody, this is Joseph Hasek and welcome to the Fired Up Network. Welcome to the first edition. Yes, regular season NHL hockey is back tonight at the Scotiabank Arena. This is Maple Leafs Forever Leaf Talk with the broadcasting legend, the biggest Leaf fan in the world, Stormin' Norm RUMACK, that Hammerhead. Hammerhead is back for another Stanley Cup winning season. We're waiting 60 years, Norm. We're waiting 60 years. I'm going to ask you right off the shoot, do the Maple Leafs win the Stanley Cup this year?
Who's winning the Stanley Cup? Florida Panthers.
So, again, the Maple Leafs are not winning the Stanley Cup.
Have a good one, dear. Thank you. I'm sorry, saying no, the Leafs aren't winning the Stanley Cup.
This year, right?
They might have a chase on to make the playoffs because they haven't made up for the scoring that Mitch Marner brings. So.
What are you talking about? Matthew Michelli, come on. All right, so tonight at the Scotiabank Arena right here, I'm wearing my Leaf jersey. Nice jersey, eh, Norm? It's an Austin Matthews jersey. I'd rather have a Canadian, but whatever. All right, the Maple Leafs and Montreal Canadiens, they sent down Easton Cowan, and today they brought him back up. So we'll see what happens there with the Maple Leafs. But what do you expect in tonight's game? The Leafs, Habs, big-time rivalry. Habs always come out good in the first games against the Maple Leafs. And, of course, a couple of years ago in the playoffs, the COVID year, they beat the Maple Leafs in that first round.
Well, Montreal really improved last year. They show a lot of promise. They've got some very good young players. So I expect the Leafs-Habs games this year to be very competitive, including later tonight. I expect a competitive Habs team, and they're nobody's pushovers anymore, Joe. So look for better things from Montreal. Hopefully for fans in Buffalo, finally their team will do something special and make the playoffs. I don't see the Rangers and Penguins missing the playoffs 2 years in a row, or the Boston Bruins. So I think it'll be a lot tougher for Toronto to get points in the regular season, like I say, because the points they'll not have from Mitch Marner, So it's not to say it's an impossible mission, but I don't see where they've really replaced his scoring. But let's see what happens. Maybe they can surprise me and other people. We'll find out soon enough, starting tonight.
You mentioned Mitch Marner. He plays tonight as well against the LA Kings. LA Kings played Colorado last night. Colorado winning, and McKinnon passing Joe Sakic for all-time points for the Avalanche. What do you think Mitch Marner does? How many points does he get for Vegas Golden Knights?
I think he'll end up with about somewhere around 90 to 100 points.
All right. And how far do you think Vegas can go?
I don't know, Joe. The Western Conference is really tough with playoffs. I don't know how far they'll go, but they're certainly can be considered a Stanley Cup contender when you look at their history. Why not?
All right. So one or two more questions, and then we'll conclude it. We'll be back here throughout the year for Maple Leafs Forever. But Norm, do the Maple Leafs make the playoffs? Yes or no?
Yes, they'll make the playoffs, but you can't expect them to dominate the East like they did last year when they had Marner, Matthews, Nylander, and Tavares. So that floor has been broken up. But, obviously Marner contributed in lots of ways on special teams as well, not just on five-a-side play.
All right. Now, also, if the Maple Leafs have similar year to the years before, who has to come up even bigger than they did last year and the year before? Is it Austin?
Well, it's always going to be their core four. Austin Matthews, Nylander, Tavares. And they need them to stay healthy. Of course, the Leafs have been lucky; they haven't had significant injuries to their top four. Not on a regular basis. They've all had some injuries, but not that kept them out for months on end. So the Leafs will have to hope that their luck with injuries doesn't run out, because they've been quite fortunate so far with that group.
All right, and I'm going to make a special announcement. We got something special planned. Even Norm doesn't know, coming, hopefully make an announcement next week about it. But we spoke to my good friend Eric Cohen. Eric Cohen, who has tickets for the Maple Leafs. Any game that you want, contact Eric Cohen and say Stormin, and you get a 5% discount on what the tickets you want. He may charge you $2,000, but you still get a 5% discount. And if somebody does it, we're going to go up to 10. 20. And Norm, Eric has told me that he's going to take you to a game in 2028.
Oh, that's nice. Well, tell him I said thanks.
All right. Norm, any final thoughts as we head to the season opener of the Maple Leafs?
Well, no, just looking forward to seeing the season get underway. It got underway last night, actually. I was watching a bit of the Penguins and the Rangers game.
Penguins winning 3-0. And,
Yeah.
Rangers a little bit disappointed there, as I mentioned. Colorado winning 4-1. And Florida unveiling the banner and getting their other Stanley Cup win or ring, and they won 3-2. A little bit harder there, but they won. So those are the 3 games that was happening. And I gotta say this, for everybody that was talking about Connor McDavid coming to, Norm was one of them, coming to Toronto. Connor McDavid coming to Toronto. Well, Connor McDavid, and kudos to Edmonton GM and everybody at Edmonton, he signs a 2-year, $25 million deal. That means $12.5 million for Connor McDavid.
Yeah, Joe, you almost blasted my ears out. I can hear you. You don't have to worry.
I think you have. I think you got too much coffee in that ear. You got to let me know. You before we started. You got to be fired up. You got to be screaming. You got to be this. Come on.
But anyways, no, I never believed Connor McDavid would choose to go to Toronto. It's like he's been on 2 Stanley Cup final teams in Edmonton. So why would he want to leave a cup contender? And look who he's got on his wingmate, Leon Draisaitl. Like, why would he want to leave Edmonton? So he's giving them 2 years. They need to. Anyway.
Mark Askin. He says, "Great to see you, Norm and Joe. You look great. Thank you, Mark." Mark Askin wants, for old time's sake, a hammerhead alert. A hammerhead alert. I'm not asking for it. It's Mark asking. So go ahead, Norm.
Well, I can't yell in here because I'm in a coffee shop with a lot of people, but hammerhead alert. Hammerhead alert. Hammerhead alert. How's that, Joe?
This is what he does. Can you give me a hammerhead alert when my sister asks? And that's the way he does it. Hammerhead alert. Hammerhead alert. When you're not in a coffee shop and when Maple Leafs win a game or 2 games, you got to blast it. Hammerhead alert. All right, Norm, how they get a hold of you?
Yeah, right here on the Fired Up Network with Joseph Pasek, the COO, the CEO of the network, the founder of the network, and all that good stuff.
President of the provinces of Canada, the mayor of
all that stuff. And of course, we cover all the sports you name it: hockey, baseball, football, basketball, North American wise, footy, soccer wise. So we've got everything covered for you. Whatever you're watching, we're going to be on top of it. We'll talk about it right here on the Fired Up Network. Every day you can see shows. Joe's well connected in the wrestling world, knows the stuff inside out. So whatever sports entertainment you enjoy, we have it for you right here on the Fired Up Network every day of the week.
I asked you the question when we did the Blue Jay show, but I'm going to say this. If I get you a shirt like this, will you wear it?
I've already got a Leaf shirt, Joe, but thanks anyway.
No, these are professional shirts. The one you got for like cheapskates from Korea.
Yeah, well, so get me with number 25 on it, okay?
No, I'll get you number 21 for Salming, the best player ever in Maple Leaf uniform.
All right, so get me 21. Anyway, yeah.
Do you want RUMACK on it or Salming?
What's that?
Do you want RUMACK on it or Salming?
No, Salming.
I'm going to tell you a surprise here. I got you a number 59 jersey. It says Hammerhead.
Right. Okay. Very nice,
Thanks
Joe.
a lot, Norm.
Okay. Thank you, Joseph.